This is the BedJet Mini, which is actually smaller. If you can see on the bottom, I have the classic BedJet. On the top, I have the BedJet Mini. So it's similar, but it's smaller. So if you want something that's a little bit cheaper, takes up smaller space underneath your bed, this is the way to go. If you're trying to get a second device maybe, and you want to save a little bit of money, but you want to be able to cool your bed, have some airflow, be able to sleep well, then this is the product for you. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, how it is, and how it performs. As with all BedJet devices, you're going to get a remote that you can control the devices, which is really nice. You don't need an app, you don't need anything. You can be able to control it remotely without having to touch other technology. If you didn't know how BedJet works, it's in a forced air climate control system. You can have heating, cooling. It sits under your bed. It has a big tube that goes into this blanket cover that will inflate and deflate with hot or cold air. And you have to install it at the bottom of your bed in multiple potential locations. So you're wondering, okay, how's the tubing different? Well, the tubing for the BedJet and the BedJet Mini, pretty much exactly the same. You couldn't be able to discern what the difference is. This goes on the side of your bed that will pump the air in and out. They look exactly the same. You have the same mounting points, the same size. So if you want to swap them out, you easily can. I think that's amazing. It's interoperable. So that's good. Tubing, check. This will slide underneath your mattress and then it will pick up right here. So you have the tubing that's mounted right by your bed with the airflow going into the bed sheet is also the same. You have a white clear bed sheet, and in this bed sheet you have multiple areas where you can actually go ahead and insert the tubing to be able to inflate and deflate. Now, one of the values of BedJet is that you're saving money, a lot of money. There's no water, so there's no potential water damage to your mattress. But one of the downsides of that is its airflow. So it can just like poof up your bed, and I've had friends borrow this, test it out, and I think one of the biggest feedback was, I don't love that it's all poofy. But you're saving money and you're getting something that works at a cheaper price. So it's just something to think about. And then the cabling for the BedJet Mini is built in. You have a 2-prong outlet right here. You don't need a 3-prong, pretty long cable. This will slide underneath your bed. It just sits right there. This is the tubing that pumps the, you do have controls on the device itself if you want. There is a filter on the back that you actually need to replace over time because it's pumping air, so dust and stuff will collect. You just want to replace that, clean it out, but they make it super easy to do that. You don't have to add any water to this, like with the 8 Sleep or the Dock Pro. So that's one of the advantages with the BedJet Mini. But if you do plan to buy any of those bed cooling devices, we'll have the links for all 3 of them down below. Always use discount code Shervin. Now the whole purpose of the BedJet 3 is it's smaller. It's used for twin XL, full-size beds, or half queen and king beds. Now performance-wise, it has 65% of the cooling airflow compared to the BedJet Classic, as well as 50% of heating power compared to the full BedJet 3. And you do need 5 inches of clearance to place this underneath your bed, so that's something to keep in mind, or else it's gonna kind of stick out of the side. Temperature ranges from 66 Fahrenheit to 104 Fahrenheit, and the noise level is around 30 to 46 decibels, so that's very, very quiet. I think 46 is like silence in most rooms. There's a 2-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Now with their new Biorhythm sleep technology, you can program up to 33 different customizable temperatures to match your body's natural temperature changes throughout the night for deeper sleep. I think it's a lot. It can be hard to like manage all that. You want something automated and automatic. So I'd love to see that where you can like pay a premium and be able to manually do that. Or you just have like 1 to 2 adjustments throughout the night. I don't think anyone's actually doing all 33, but maybe you are, corner case. One value of using this, it might reduce your HVAC costs. So if you don't have to increase your thermostat as much, you can use this to cool or heat your bed. So you can keep your thermostat at a reasonable temperature. So you're not heating the entire room or the entire floor. And then you can use this as well instead. Now this does cost $659, so you have to take that into account, but there is a discount code and link in the description. But I'm a big fan of bed cooling technologies. I love them, I try them all, and BedJet is definitely a cheaper option. Like the 8 Sleep is $2,000 to $3,000 just for some bed covers. Whereas this, if you're like, all right, I don't want to deal with water damage, I just want airflow, and I want something that maybe introduces me to bed cooling, get the BedJet. College students, this is probably a way to go. All those sleep cooling, passive cooling things don't work. Don't buy them. It's a waste of money. Subscribe, follow me at Shervin Shares, turn on notifications, and click the link in the description. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.